You work now, you do a lot of things now, but one of the things you do is in the media.
Yes,
now,
I do.
I find it fascinating because, like you, my background's not particularly media. I find myself in the media.
Yep.
I wonder, what role do you think the media plays in this country? Do you think it's a force for good?
I have mixed emotions about it because I think mainstream media is in a very invidious position because social media drives the agenda and mainstream media comes in and colours the gaps in now. So it has to run along a certain parameter. Also, with the advent of 24-hour rolling news, which I think is one of the greatest evils because it's a content-driven business where it needs to keep on driving content and self-perpetuating, you need to have 15 different epidemiologists on to be able to contradict one another so the next news cycle can be fed during COVID. We need to have 15 different economic guys on to argue about the pros and cons of inflation so that media cycles can drive their content and then can drive their advertising revenues and fulfill their model. I do think, and it's an irony that I sit inside the media, but I'm quite privileged because I can sit inside the media and within reason I can say what I want and get away of saying what I want within reason. Because there is an element of responsibility. You can't run around saying exactly what you please, not just because of Ofcom guidelines, but because you can't and you shouldn't. There should be some form of responsibility behind what you do and don't say.
Really? So people shouldn't be able to say? Do you think people have got a right not to be offended?
No. I think it depends what you take offence at. I mean, I do think one of the byproducts of our society is a lack of resilience, and I do think people should remember that when people call them names, then most of the time they're total strangers. As you have pointed out, I had 25,000 fans inside football stadiums that didn't like me calling me rude names. I'm in the mindset, and maybe it's generational, there's only one thing worse than people talking about you, is people not talking about you. So I take that sort of mindset, and I don't really care about the opinions of total strangers.